And to go deeper on the analysis of this year's BRICS Summit, we are joined by international law expert Dr. Ivonne Tellez. Hello, Ivonne. Welcome to From the South.
Hello, good morning, Luis. Happy to be here.
The agenda is moving forward as the BRICS 2024 Summit kickstarts. President Vladimir Putin has held bilateral talks with attending heads of states and government. What can you tell us of this year's agenda and the impact it can have as member states and partners aim to reduce inequalities in the world?
Definitely, yes. Well, we have to take into account the importance of BRICS because the 5 countries that currently make up the bloc represent more than 42% of the global population. That's 34% of the world's territory, 23% of the gross domestic product, and that's the 18% of the global trade. That means that the BRICS countries represent around 36.8 of the global GDP, surpassing the G7. So that's something that we have to take into account because that could definitely impact the world order. The world order, because we are reshaping it. It's like a pivotal moment in the world order because now with the BRICS representing and including geopolitically significant countries, they could become a bastion for the multipolar system. And moreover, in this world right now, where the United States and its allies continue to exert pressure on the international community, BRICS offers an alternative aim at promoting sovereign equality and the diversity of civilization, allowing for new countries, global South countries, to enter into this new platform of decision.
Cooperation, as you were saying, Yvonne, within the BRICS format reaches many fields. Just recently, the Venezuelan news media VTV signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation with BRICS TV. With this, they plan to face media campaigns led by Western powers against the people of the Global South and beyond. How important is BRICS' role to act as a counterweight, we could say, against Western hegemonic powers in different fields?
Well, there's a lot to say because we have to take into account as well that what we're seeing right now is the emergence of this new powerful states emerging economies from the global South, and for example, talking about Venezuela or Bolivia, how strategic they are right now for the current world order. I'm talking about, for example, the oil reserves that Venezuela has and the lithium reserves that Bolivia has. So within this context, what we're seeing is that this new platform, represents like a countermeasure for this usual hegemonic status of the world order. And that means also that the new decisions that could be taken within the BRICS community and within this summit could, in a way, transform what we're seeing right now, because that means, for example, moving away from the SWIFT platform. That means moving away from the usual markets, taking into account as well that we have China over here, and China is a primary consumer of raw products from Global South. So that means that what we're doing right now is to try to counterbalance this inequitable system, this inequitable world order regarding the economic area in the main sense. So that means that with this new platform of decision and representing more than the 30% of the gross population, it could have a great impact, and it also can act as a countermeasure for these economic sanctions that countries such as Venezuela, Cuba, Russia, and some others, Iran as well, are facing right now. And just we have to look that these powers, these countries right now are getting together, and within this platform of integration, that means that they grow stronger, even, for example, in international forums such as the United Nations.
Unfortunately, as this BRICS Summit takes place, the Israeli genocide against the people of Palestine continues, as well as the increased aggressions against Lebanon and Syria. This is also going to be on the table of this summit. How can BRICS help bring an end to Tel Aviv's policies and secure peace and stability in the region?
Yes, that's true. What we're seeing right now is that this summit is like a key space to consolidate greater economic independence for the developing countries. That means that what we can see is probable support for Lebanon, for Palestine from the new emergent countries, the new emergent economies, and from the countries that are seeking also not just the usual BRICS, but all these new countries that have come inside this group. Because it's just like a global forum, right? Not an international organization in itself. So that means that what we can see is at least an attempt to bring some kind of pacification or aims at helping build these new agreements and, of course, pose again a counterbalance against, for example, Israel within the Middle East. And well, also we have to take into account that that means that, for example, Iran and China are great partners of Russia, and that means that this agreement will allow and will provide also Russia, for example, with new airs of economic freshness regarding the economic sanctions that is facing from the West. So we can see this summit is a great opportunity to see at least the first steps for a shift and a counterbalance, because it will represent some options to reshape the world order, and we have to see how many countries will be present at the summit. There's an expectancy of at least 60 countries that will come inside the summit. So that means a lot, and that means a great number of countries outside the Western and the usual international forums. So that is a representative number.
Ivonne, one final question. In your opinion, what do you expect to come out from this BRICS Summit in the current context that we're living on?
Okay, I think that one of the first objectives that we're seeking here and that we can look at is the great opportunity for the Global South to join the bloc and to try to build a new era of multilateralism. Why do I say this? Because it's like a moment for a global redefinition of the Global South and how the Global South is entering and playing in the international forum. Also, we're talking about not just the bloc expansion, the BRICS expansion, we're talking about the technology transfer, the alternative to the dollar, and new financing formulas. So definitely, this shows that we can see a potential to offer more economic alternatives for the Global South, for Latin American countries, and for other developing regions. Also, what they are seeking at and they aiming at like to try to put a more equitable platform of exchange. So that means again a counterweight to the usual, for example, IMF solutions that have only brought poverty, inequity within our regions. So I think that this opportunity offers a chance for a deeper level of integration with a probability for establishing free trade agreements, strengthened mechanisms, for example, such as the BRICS Bank and this alternative payment system for that goes takes a step back from the SWIFT platform. So I think we're talking about three different areas, and those are crucial for this new world order that we're seeking at.
Thank you, Ivonne, very much for your time and your inputs here in From the South.